Hello. Today I want to share some valuable insights from NAHREP's 2024 State of Hispanic Homeownership Report. And this report has some really great data, useful data. And if you're in real estate or mortgages, we need to be able to serve this part of the homebuyer demographic. There's certainly a significant portion of homebuyers. Let's take a look at the numbers. So first, at the end of 2024, the U.S. Hispanic population in the United States reached 65.1 million people, which represents 19.4% of the total U.S. population. And interestingly, in the past year, Hispanics accounted for over 90% of the total national population growth. So they're a significant and growing demographic. Home ownership rates among Hispanics is high. It's at 49%. That was slightly lower this year than the year before. The year before was 49.5%. But it's not because that's a problem. What happened is just household formation, Hispanic household formation accelerated in 2024. And just with the way the market is, the home buying didn't keep up with it, even though the amount of household owned kept pace with previous years. So does that make sense? Just they formed a lot more households, they bought a lot of houses, but the formations were growing faster than the home buyers were buying houses. So not a bad thing. And I think I mentioned, their household formation was 676,000 in 2024, which made up 43.3% of the overall new household formations in the U.S. in 2024. Now, the Hispanic households accounted for 35% of the growth in home ownership in 2022 to 2023. And then if you looked at all ethnic demographics, they were the leading one at 35%, really representing a significant portion of the ethnic demographics that are out there buying homes. This is a really important group if you're a loan officer or a real estate agent. So Hispanic home buyers tend to be younger. Some of those data we can look at is 42.8% of Hispanic home buyers are under 45. That compares to 36% for non-Hispanic, and 7.9% are under 25 as compared to somewhere in the 6% for non-Hispanic. So significantly younger. And interestingly, Hispanic homebuyers are much more likely to use FHA financing, with Hispanic homebuyers using 29.5% of Hispanic homebuyers use FHA financing. And maybe somewhat surprising, 19.5% of Hispanic homebuyers used a mortgage broker or a loan officer at a mortgage brokerage. And that just really speaks to say that Hispanic homebuyers are resourceful in trying to find the help and resources they need to help them attain the American dream of homeownership. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a quick look at the report. It is fantastic here. So here you go. This is the cover. I'm going to quickly go. We're just going to look at a couple of screens. I'm going to go to the page 7 on this screen really quick. Right here, this tells you the rate of home ownership over the past 24 years. And so the number of Hispanic owners of households was only around 4.2 million in 2000. So 4.2 million Hispanic owners of households. That's gone up to almost 10 million, 9.8 million Hispanic owners have households. Isn't that great? So it's more than doubled in 24 years. You can see on the far right column here, roughly they're adding a significant amount of new owner households every single year. The other, I'm gonna jump really fast. I don't have a quick way to do this, so just be patient as I get to slide 18 here. I found this slide right here, and you see I just skip through a whole bunch of data. Make sure you get this report. I'll put a link to this report below. But I really like this part of the report, which showed 5 reasons for moving in 2024. As you can see, number one for Hispanic homeowners was upsizing. And that was significantly more than the entire population. Looking for a different neighborhood, 31%. Wanted to move to a new city, 29%. Change in personal finances, 28%, and looking for greater affordability, 26%. So the Hispanic homeowner pretty much reflected the overall home ownership in the United States. Now, top 5 factors influencing a home purchase. Number 1, neighborhood safety. And that is true for everybody, by the way. Number 2, crime rates. Number 3, fenced-in yard. Number 4, property taxes, and number 5, proximity to shopping. But really, like with every demographic, safety and security is number 1. So that is this year's Hispanic Homeownership Report. I did do an extensive write-up on LinkedIn today outlining that report. I put links to the report. I will put links to the report below. But here's the bottom line. Here's our takeaway from this. One, if we're in real estate or mortgage, we need to be capable to serving the Hispanic community, because they're a super important aspect of real estate in the United States. And to do that, we need to continue to build trust. We need to understand their unique needs and the preferences Hispanic homebuyers might have, making sure we provide the right guidance and support. We need to have cultural sensitivity, tailoring our message, our marketing, our services to reflect just the diversity of values that are in the Hispanic community. We need to make sure we're using technology. The report definitely shows Hispanics, like all other types of home buyers, want a really good technical experience, a really good digital experience, but they want that married with a really strong human touch. But we need to make sure we have the technologies that cater to what this Hispanic home buyer prefers. And then, of course, we need to make sure we understand all the financing solutions, that we fully understand FHA, which of course we do for loan officers, FHA, first-time home buyer programs, down payment assistance, all those type of things. Key thing is, man, like everyone else, our job is to help people realize the American dream and the related wealth of homeownership. So, boning up on these things, maybe, sharpening our value proposition, our approach may help us serve this community a little better. With that, I really appreciate you checking me out. Make sure you check me out on LinkedIn. Hope you have a great day.